Alright, ladies and gentlemen, back here on the channel, and I'm going to do my Smackdown review and news video here in the same video. We'll talk about wrestling, NFL, Nascar, so let's get right into it. So start with Smackdown tonight. Cody Rhodes kicks off the channel. So look at the card. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre making appearances. Kiana James and Tiffany Stratton faced off. Ilya Dragunov holds the U.S. title open challenge. So U.S. Open title challenges will continue. MFTs versus Ray Phoenix and Shinsuke. So let's look at everything that happened this week here on SmackDown. Cody kicked off the show. They opened with the usual recap of last week, showing the rivals to the arena before he went to the ring from a promo from the American Nightmare. He spoke for about a minute before McIntyre interrupted him from the crowd with a mic. He questioned the crowd for cheering Rhodes and calling the Cody accomplices and called the accomplices in Cody's crimes. McIntyre said he needs to finish his story next weekend. Oh boy, finish the story. Saturday night's main event. He'd not been the one to attack Fall 2 last week. Implying it might be Jimmy Uso. Rhodes tried to goad McIntyre into a fight. Before he gets to the ring, Jimmy showed up and attacked him for accusing him of attacking Fall 2. As the case was settled, Solo Sikoa and the MFT came to the ring for the first match. This was similar to the interaction Drew and Cody had last week in a lot of ways. Adding Jimmy to the mix helped, but not much. They did a good job getting the crowd pumped for the show. It was okay, I guess. You could see Drew watching Cody backstage from far away, and Cody made a reference to Dustin Rhodes, but didn't outright mention him. This was okay, I guess. Adding Jimmy to the mix helped, but not much. But that opened the show. I thought it was fine. The MFT versus Ray Phoenix and Shitstain Nakamura. Tama Tonga and Nakamura started the tag team match for their teams. They traded strikes back and forth before both men tagged out to JC Mateo and Ray Phoenix. The babyfaces had the upper hand as the show went to the break. But during the picture-in-picture portion, the MFTs took control. The Luchador began making a comeback. When they returned from commercial, the tide didn't shift. Till King of Strong Style, Shit-Stained Nakamura got the tag and started unloading. The pace picked up in the second half and made this match more exciting, but I felt like it took them too long to make this feel good. They were going through the motions until after the break, but once they started picking up steam, it turned into a fun match. The MFT defeated Phoenix and Nakamura. Solo Sikoa distracted the ref while Tama Tonga chokeslammed Phoenix on the apron, allowing Tama Tonga to hit the running elbow for the win. It's much harder to tell Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa apart than it used to be because Tama put on some muscle during his hiatus. The face paint really makes them stand out, I guess. Maybe it's a good look for him, makes them memorable. So, yeah. This was a solid match, I guess. Second half of it. Kiana James versus Tiffany Stratton. Second match of the night. I thought this was another solid match as well. But obviously this match was predictable as it gets. However, the post-match angle, I guess, was surprising. But the best thing about this match is they reminded people that Kiana James is actually a very good performer who's had very few chances to show it on the main roster. They put in a good match. But obviously, Tiffany Stratton was going to get the win. But the post-match angle, Julia attacked the champion, but Jade Cargill came out to make the save as they were celebrating. Cargill ended up attacking Stratton, turning heel for the first time in WWE. It took several security guards to stop her, but the damage was done. There were several ads for Braun Strowman's food show, so he's excited for it. I think Jade Cargill turning heel's fine. I just don't think she's a baby face, so I think it's good they're turning her heel and giving her a heel run. Because, I don't know, she's just not a good baby face. I don't think the fans are behind her as a baby face anyways. So hopefully this works out, because I feel like it's probably the last chance, really, for me to, see if she's really much improved. Because I think she'd be better heel than a baby face, but we'll see. Next, United States Open Challenge. Dragunov found Zayn backstage and thanking him for the opportunity last week. Zayn told him to be careful because the Open Challenge can be unpredictable. The new champion came to the ring and gave a promo about his recovery over the past year before issuing an Open Challenge for the title, which was answered by Aleister Black. Zelina Vega accompanied him to the ring for the first time. So it's really an open challenge. We've seen Aleister Black already challenge for the U.S. title. Just saying. It was a pretty good match. It was a phenomenal match. I'm just saying, he's already challenged for the title once. But yeah, this is a great match, though, for sure. Dragunov defeated Aleister Black. In just two quick matches, Dragunov has established himself as a really damn good wrestler on the brand. So obviously Dragunov got the win. Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre in the main event. I mean, it was okay. Like, I mean, they're both veterans at this point, so it wasn't surprising to see him put on a good match for the crowd. I thought it was a good match. Just kind of don't really care that much. On paper, this show wasn't anything special. No titles changed hands, and all the results were kind of predictable. However, we got quality of the matches was good. We got some solid storyline developments, especially Jade turning heel. Hopefully, she can actually be a dominant force. The tag match was decent. Keanu James looked good in the ring with Tiffany Stratton. Jimmy and Drew put on a solid main event. But Black and Dragunov was the match of the night. Two former NXT standouts. Easily the best match of this week. So if you missed this episode, try and make sure you at least watch that. But I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was an okay show. Like, on paper, it doesn't look great, but I thought it was solid for compared to normal Smackdowns. So let's move on to the news here. With the NFL to start. Rookie left tackle Josh Simmons of Kansas City Chiefs. 2025 first round pick is expected to rejoin the team in a few weeks. Don't know why he's been out. Like, I have no actual idea of what happened. I'm not going to speculate because I have no fucking clue what happened. Maybe his family. I don't know. Texans, they've officially ruled out receivers Nico Collins and Christian Kirk for Sunday's game versus 49ers. Nico Collins with a hamstring, or with a concussion. Christian Kirk with a hamstring. Concussion for Nico Collins, Christian Kirk hamstring. The Bills have placed safety Taylor Rapp on injured reserve. 49ers, they ruled out Brock Purdy toe and Ricky Pearson knee for Sunday's game at Houston, so Mac Jones once again will get the start. A.J. Brown has been ruled out for Sunday. He did not practice with a hamstring for the third day in a row. Dory Jackson, Cam Jurgens, they also did not practice. And Landon Dickerson, that was a full practice. Ravens officially releasing QB Lamar Jackson is questionable for Sunday's game versus the Bears. He was once again he was a full practice today, so he is questionable. I think he'll play. Kyler Gordon, who popped up in the injury report Thursday, has been ruled out versus the Ravens. Big blow to the secondary with Tyreek Stevenson also out. Two federal indictments revolving to illegal gambling conspiracies involving NBA players and coaches. The NFL sent memos today to the league and club personnel to reinforce and remind all players and league and club personnel to basically be strictly of it. Emeka Egbuka is off the injury report. Bucks receiver is expected to play Sunday versus the Saints. If Lamar Jackson cannot play, Tyler Snoop Huntley would be in line to be the potential replacement. The Falcons are listing QB Michael Penix Jr. as questionable for Sunday's game versus the Dolphins. They have also ruled out Jalen Walker and Billy Bowman Jr. The Jets head coach Aaron Glenn declined to name a starting QB on Friday, shutting down all quarterback-related questions. He also ruled out Garrett Wilson knee and cornerback Sauce Gardner concussion. Just do 4 quarters of Breece Hall in the Wildcat. So the joint NFLPA statement on the review of the Giants concussion protocol. The Giants fined head coach Brian Dable $200,000. They fined the Giants $200,000. Brian Dable $100,000, and Cam Scatteraboo $15,000 for violating concussion protocol while Jackson Dart is being evaluated for a concussion. Least surprising thing he would get fined for. The Panthers are listing QB Bryce Young as doubtful for Sunday's game versus Buffalo, so he probably won't play. Bills head coach Sean McDermott has ruled out Daquan Jones, Josh Palmer, also Taylor Rapp for Sunday's game against the Panthers. The Vikings, they appear to be clearing the way for J.J. McCarthy to return as their starting quarterback next week at Detroit. So let's see what we got here from JPA Football. Rumors the 6-1 Colts are eyeing defensive help as the trade deadline approaches, per J. Jones 9. I could see him going after Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson. The Broncos could be the biggest contender to trade for a wide receiver at the trading deadline, per J. Jones 9. They need to trade for another top receiver, even if it costs a good draft pick. 'Cause they need a receiver. Some producers at ESPN are fed up with Pat McAfee's diva-like behavior. He's the best thing to happen to ESPN in the past decade. Maybe the problem's the producers. It's probably one of the only good things with ESPN right now. Tyreek Hill has left the door open to potentially retiring after his gruesome leg injury. Wouldn't be surprised if he did retire. See what we got here from Rappaport. Cole Kmet is out. Trey Hendrickson's officially questionable. Darnell Mooney with a hamstring is good to go. He's off the injury report. Andy Dalton is expected to start for the Panthers. Josh Downs cleared the concussion protocol. Derwin James believed to suffered a low ankle sprain Thursday night. He'll undergo an MRI, but the hope is it's nothing major for him. But yeah, that's all for the NFL. So, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Move on to wrestling news here. That is also set for the Women's Championship for Saturday night's main event next Saturday. So, that's going to happen. She's returned as a heel. So, via one F4W. As of press time, the 2025 Men's War Games match will be a team led by Roman Reigns and CM Punk against a team led by The Vision. Considering we were on track for MFT versus the Whites, I guess I'll take this, but same shit over and over and over and over again. Same recycled feud just for War Games again. The current expectation is that Liv Morgan will be ready for a return to the ring in about early 2026, so that's a little bit of wrestling news. You know, there's not much here, but just wanted to give the little chicken nuggets that I have here. So let's go over NASCAR for the schedule. Tomorrow, or the Final Four for the trucks next week at Phoenix. Corey Heim, Ankrum, Honeycutt, and Majeski. The schedule for tomorrow: Saturday 1 on the CW app, Xfinity P&Q. 4:30 on True TV Cut P&Q, 7 on the CW Pre-Race, 7:50 CW Xfinity Green Flag. Then Sunday, 1:30 NBC Pre-Race, 2:17 on NBC, the Cup Green Flag for Martinsville, for these Martinsville races, the cutoff. See who advances the Championship 4 in these two series. So Whelen will return as Jesse Love's sponsor in what will be the O'Reilly series next year. So one of the engineers is going to continue sponsor Jesse Love. Bob Parker says what expects Chevy to unveil their new 2026 body in the next 3 weeks. Zane Smith is remaining at Front Row Motorsports for at least a couple of years with a multi-year extension. You know, there's more stuff going on with the 2311 Front Row versus NASCAR stuff that I just don't feel like talking about. It's just too much. Landon Lewis will drive a part-time truck schedule next year at Ace Motorsports. No NASCAR penalty report this week. Austin Hill was not fined for flipping off the fans who were shooting the middle finger at him after his Talladega win. William Sawalich is out for Martinsville, concussion-like symptoms, with Justin Bonsignor filling in. But yeah, that's all the stuff I want to talk about here, so leave a like and subscribe for more. Peace.